Now, fighting continues on the front lines as the war between Russia and Ukraine approaches its fifth year. Ukraine is now carrying out strikes deep inside of the Russian territory, while Moscow persists in targeting Kyiv's critical infrastructure. The cycle of attacks and counterattacks shows no signs of slowing down. And our next report tells you more.
Ukraine is striking deep within Russian territory. Drones have hit a strategic military facility located in the heart of Russia's Udmurt Republic. The target has been identified as a key Russian state-owned missile factory. The strike is the latest example of how Ukraine has intensified its operations against Russia. Kyiv also said it used Flamingo missiles to target Moscow's ballistic missile production, and pre-dawn drone attacks destroyed 3 Tor M1 air defense systems. Each system is estimated to cost $75 million. All of the air defense systems were situated in the Russia-occupied Zaporizhzhia region. The strikes come just days before the 4th anniversary of the Russian invasion, and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that his country is not losing the war.
But you can't say that we're losing the war. Honestly, we're definitely not losing it. Definitely. The question is whether we will win. Yes, that is the question. But it's a very costly question. That's why our proposal is, look, let's stand where we are standing now. A ceasefire there, then we move to dialogue. And from there, we'll see how it goes.
However, the situation on the ground tells a different story. In Ukraine's Odessa region, Russian drone strikes damaged homes, vehicles, and the city's critical energy infrastructure. Firefighters worked through the night, battling flames that engulfed a warehouse. Odessa's governor, Oleg Kipa, said nearly 99,000 people were left without electricity, and Ukraine's state energy company warned of severe damage to power infrastructure. Despite Zelensky's defiance about battlefield realities, the Ukrainian president has revealed that Kyiv is facing unprecedented diplomatic heat from both Washington and Moscow. US officials say that proposals were made for a joint Russian-Ukrainian civilian administration to run a demilitarized zone in the Donbass. But Kyiv has rejected the Donbass proposal, calling it unrealistic and unacceptable. Ukraine's eastern region remains split, as Russia controls nearly all of Luhansk and Ukraine only holds about 1/5 of Donetsk. On the front line, the fighting goes on without any signs of letting up. In a major setback, Hungary has announced that it will block a €90 billion military loan from the EU to Ukraine until the flow of Russian oil through the Druzhba pipeline resumes.
That is why I would like to announce that as long as Ukraine blocks the operation of the oil pipeline, as long as Ukraine blocks the Druzhba oil pipeline, as long as Ukraine blocks the resumption of oil supplies to Hungary, Hungary will block European Union decisions that are important and favorable for Ukraine.
The pipeline has been interrupted since January 27th after it was damaged in a drone attack. Both Hungary and Slovakia accuse Ukraine of deliberately holding back oil supplies. Kyiv has denied the accusation. On the battlefield, strikes and counterstrikes continue. In Ukrainian cities and deep inside Russia, civilians face damage, blackouts, and uncertainty. The battle for the Donbass and the attacks in Russia show that this war is far from over. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.